I've been a loyal supporter of the president for almost 20 years. This goes back to when I was 21 years old and I was California at the Miss USA pageant. And I've known him. I consider him a dear friend. And I will tell you right now, I do not recognize our president. I think that we are an occupied nation. I think that a foreign country has occupied our government. And we are seeing now that this president of the United States of America is being influenced by a foreign government. And MAGA, let me tell you right now, MAGA is dead. It is deader than dead, and Americans are furious. We do not recognize President Donald J. Trump anymore.
Someone's like, who cares what you think? You're only now realizing it on his second term, on the second year?
Hey, bro, come on now, dawg.
The delusion, the time it takes for your minds to work. We can't have these people as voters. You're so late to the party that everyone went home. Thank you. What do you mean you don't recognize him? This is who he has been his whole entire life. I'm so confused what other people see. So you weren't wrong all along, but you're wrong now. Weird thing to say.
You could say something to President Trump and he was going to hear you right now. What would it be?
You're a worthless pile of
Oh, someone sounds pissed off.
And you voted for him how many times?
3 times. That was my bad. Apparently, I'm an idiot.
I mean, who am I to say that she's wrong about what she said?
What do you think about President Trump? How's he doing?
No comment.
Did you vote?
Yeah, I did vote for him.
I love how it takes gas prices to finally get these people to flip. You know, it wasn't the e-files, it wasn't like the human rights violations, the gutting of like healthcare programs, you know, people disappearing off of the streets. I could name so many other things that this guy has done. But the moment their money takes a hit is the moment they start to freak out about things. Don't get me wrong, I love money like everybody else does. But I also vote and consider other people when it comes to policies. But what I do have to say, and I correctly said this, is that the year of 2026 is going to be the year that FAFO hits a lot of these people. It seems like many of them are finally going through it right now.
I done said this before in the last video. Once it started hitting their pockets, that's the time they start crashing out. Imagine your bottom line is paying 40 cents more for gas, but all other acts of cruelty weren't acceptable. This is why I don't listen to them when they say I was wrong for voting for him, I regret my vote. No. I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but let me know down below. And also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out.
Grocery prices are better, gas prices are down. Affordability is a big issue, and everything is more affordable since President Trump has been in office.
You done lost your damn mind.
And we're all making a little more money, I think. The economy is improving with President Trump.
Right now, I'm not seeing much for myself. I'm a small business owner. I have a flower shop here, and I probably just experienced the worst Valentine in my 45-year career as a florist. I'm not sure if it was it being on the weekend or if it was the economy. He's the guy everybody loves to hate, but he's prepared to handle what comes his way. I'm concerned with after he gets out of office, what's on down the road for America. That's very concerning.
It's been tough. I mean, tariffs have been tough, right? I mean, it adds a whole different layer to business. But in my opinion, you know, you flip the coin over, look at the positive side, and you make the best out of whatever's in front of you. I'm very grateful to be in business, grateful to live in America where we can actually provide a free economy.
Do MAGA supporters see suffering a success? Because I'm so confused. Worst year in 45 years as a florist, but you don't know why. Worst Valentine's sales because it wasn't on a weekend? We're literally in 2 different worlds.
I wore this stupid hat. I wore this stupid fucking ridiculous hat when I was in college, like an idiot. When I was 18, I had people threatening to kick my ass. I wore this in the cafeteria. I became a pariah. And look at what it has profited all of us. They said, no more endless wars. They said tariffs, mate, we're going to win so big. They said, we're going to build a wall. Mexico will pay for it. It just got 10 feet taller. It was a lie. It was a lie. And hindsight is 20/20. All we can do is stop being suckers today. That's all we can do.
These clowns are always late to the party. He says hindsight is 20/20, like we didn't see this the first term. Now coming to regret his decision. Most people get smarter and wiser as they age. You're going backwards as I see it. Go back to college, a conservative one.
So how do you feel about the war in Iran?
I think Trump's doing the right thing, honestly.
What so?
I got no comment on that.
You don't know why?
Nah, I'm just taking a guess.
You're just guessing that he's doing the right thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
are
my
you serious?
God.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think Trump's doing the right thing.
Is this a joke?
What?
Is this a joke?
Yeah.
It's
No,
a joke?
it's not.
All right, you can fucking drive home, bro. Or walk home, sorry.
Damn, I don't know what just happened.
He doesn't even know why.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just think, like, it's not good for the economy. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Was that guy really hurt that bad? So you're gonna leave your homeboy because he doesn't support the person you adore so much? Y'all are willing to go that low? Sad as hell. These people's votes count as much as mine. Bro, the Trump supporter had no idea. He was just guessing. Like, how do you make decisions like that? Do you guess your finances? Someone's like, I have to live amongst them.
Isn't it funny how during Biden's presidency, if you talked about gas prices, they would be like, presidents can't control the gas prices, or the president has nothing to do with the gas prices. And like 1 week in Trump's presidency, gas is like really super high, and they're like, do you regret your vote?
Okay, let me see if I can help with this. So let's say that you and I are traveling. We're at the airport, we're taking the same flight. And then a massive snowstorm comes through and cancels everything. And you pick me out of the crowd and you walk over and you start blaming me for the canceled flight. A fair reaction would be like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I don't control the weather? Like, you're crazy. Now let's say that instead of a snowstorm, same scenario, we're at the airport, I decide to go and break the wing of the airplane. Then it would be fair to blame me for the canceled flight. Whatever Trump is doing in Iran is the same as me breaking the wing of the plane. Both caused pain and suffering, both resulted in a canceled flight, but one is a direct result of my actions. The Strait of Hormuz would still be open if Trump would not have struck Iran. The Strait of Hormuz being closed is causing gas prices to go up, which is a direct result of Trump's actions.
The other aspect about this is going to completely destabilize that whole petrodollar system, especially with what Iran is asking to buy oil in yuan.
What is the fate of the petrodollar? A senior Iranian official told CNN that Tehran is considering allowing some vessels to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, with one caveat, that all transactions for cargo, that includes oil, are settled in Chinese yuan and not the US dollar. Such a move would circumvent the decades-old petrodollar used by oil-exporting countries to settle transactions. But a new risk has emerged. Could the world be moving towards a petro-yuan? De-dollarization has been debated for years, with President Trump warning BRICS, the coalition of emerging nations, against abandoning the US dollar. If Iran continues to keep a tight grip on the Strait of Hormuz, would countries consider switching to trading in yuan, a currency of one of Iran's key allies? That could be consequential and could affect the fate of the petrodollar.
Now, all of a sudden, all of these experts and CNBC analysts want to tell us that, oh, Trump is raising the gas prices because of the attacks on Iran, cutting off the Straits of Hormuz so none of the ships could get through. Meanwhile, under Biden, we had higher gas prices than we do right now, and there was no war. Make it make sense.
Wow, Miss Kathy, this is embarrassing. Okay. Miss Kathy, you can't think of any wars that happened while Joe Biden was president? I'll give you a hint. It was a war that you guys complained about endlessly, even though Joe Biden had nothing to do with it starting. Nothing coming to mind? Let's take a look at these gas prices, Miss Kathy. You see where that peak is right there? Well, in February of 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine, and that threw a giant wrench into the global oil market. Now, on top of that, it was a supply and demand issue. Miss Kathy, do you remember when COVID happened and all the countries of the world shut down and everybody stopped driving to work? Well, during that time, the oil companies ramped down oil production because nobody was buying oil. Then fast forward, the vaccine comes out and all the countries of the world open back up and everybody starts driving to work again. And when that happened, the demand for oil skyrocketed. And as most of us learned as children, Miss Kathy, what happens when there's low supply and high demand? Yeah, prices go up. So COVID combined with Russia's war on Ukraine is why gasoline got so expensive in 2022. And at this point, Miss Kathy, both Trump and Caroline Leavitt have admitted that the reason gasoline jacked up in price the last few days is because of his war in Iran. It seems like you're the only person who doesn't understand that. So some advice, Miss Kathy, if you'd like to stop embarrassing yourself on here, perhaps stop yelling at experts and try listening to them. And then maybe one day you'll have a better understanding of the world that you live in.
That's only partially correct. That admin caused high gas price spikes by refusing or blocking permits, denying drilling licenses, draining the SPR without refilling it, worsening supply shortages. You're only giving half the truth. Please at least be honest. To be fair, you can't put all of the knowledge in one video to explain why gas prices are so high, because there's so much to go through. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are about these MAGA voters. Some of them regretting because the prices are too high, and others are destroying their friendship because they don't align on the same political landscape. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you haven't, also check out this video. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it. But nevertheless, I will see you guys when I see you. Peace.